reasons. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another news and review of the week of January 12th. Well, it was last week, but we're doing it this week. This is when we go live. But well, live pre-record. Maybe we'll do it live eventually. I don't know. We'll see. Send messages. Let me know. Put them in the message the video. First off, let's just get right to it because there was a lot of news this week, and I want to try to, not keep you guys any longer than you need to be. But like we always do, we are going to start off with Transformers news, and guess what? There was a leak. So this is from Instagram user Breaking News. A bunch of Lego stuff, but there's that one. Number 2 in the icons, Transformers Megatron G1 in parentheses. Now, what was Megatron in G1? Oh, a handgun. I don't think Lego's going to be doing a handgun, folks. We're probably going to get the same treatment like we got in the Studio Series 86 Tank Megatron. But I've heard a lot of good things about Soundwave, so I mean, I have Prime, so I'm looking forward to how they tackle Megatron. So, next up we have some entertainment news. Skybound announced the upcoming special Energon Universe issue for Free Comic Book Day, May 2nd. Here's the little snippet. The biggest year in Energon history, universe history is coming, and it's filled with 4 brand new stories from the worlds of Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and more. And then they showed kind of like a classified cover. So we can't see the cover, but writers Robert Kirkman, Joshua Williamson, and more. Artists Jason Howard, Connor Hughes, and more. Letters Russ Wooten. So if you guys, any of you that listen to Decepticast or watch Decepticast, well, it would have aired previously before this, but this week we are starting the Energon Universe read-along. Well, we aren't reading it. everybody, it's like an assignment. Read it, and then we will discuss on the episode. We're doing one issue a week. This week was Void Rivals issues 1. Next week will be Void Rivals issue 2. So hop on Decepticast and talk comic books with us. Energon Universe to be exact. Next up, nothing I'm like really interested in, but I figured I'd throw this in. There is a Transformers Swapticon Dino Mission 5-pack, and here's the official images. See, the 5-pack has Autobot Slug, Decepticon Scar, Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron, Dinobot, the Beast Wars Dinobot, and Grimlock, the blue G2 version, which these are exclusive to Walmart and price point at $19.99. So be on the lookout for these if you collect all things Transformers. I'm curious why they call that Decepticon Scar, though, because that looks like the typical Dinobot. But that's his name on the packaging. It's Dinobot Scar, but whatever. It is what it is. Be on the lookout for these at Walmart. I've seen some of the other ones. Next up, more like weird, small, kid-style stuff. This is the Transformers Core Tiny Turbo Changer blind bags. And these are just, as they're called, blind bags. They do transform, albeit very simple transformations. But we have Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Alita 1, Starscream, Soundwave, Hot Rod, RC, Black Arachnia, Wheeljack, Ratchet, Skybite, Whirl, and Shockwave. So a good amount of various characters. Next up, more news. We have leaks, and this come from TFW's JT Prime 17, the most accurate source for official stuff. And there is a new batch of code names for upcoming collaborative projects. Quote unquote, or parentheses, quote unquote, Kick, Race, Green, Song, SDCC exclusive, Cemetery, and Monster Jam. I'm going to guess a couple of these will probably be the Hot Wheels, because I think they said there was going to be more Hot Wheels crossovers. The SDCC exclusive Song, I think we're going more Void Rivals, more Energon Universe stuff. I don't know what Song reference is, but Cemetery, what if we go back to the Universal Monsters, do a Mummy? Because they did a vampire and they did Frankenstein, so you never know. And then Monster Jam, could that be something like Gravedigger or something like that? What if Cemetery's Gravedigger and Monster Jam's the like a Universal Monsters one? But we'll find out. More to come. Next up, rip this off of Instagram. So this is from Transformers _ Nate 84, or you guys might know him as Nate Purswell. He's the head marketing for the Transformers brand. And this was in relation to the Hot Rod that dropped this week, because there was some frustrations because it was a drop out of nowhere. So he's kind of apologizing and mentioned, somebody in the comments asked, just curious, are these pre-orders for more anniversary figures, or are they miscellaneous figures? Because Nate mentions for the rest of the month there's going to be these Transformer Tuesdays. The rest of this month will be pre-order drops, and the person asked, are these miscellaneous figures also? And Nate confirmed they're more of the MTE figures, so those have been Target exclusive. So I'd imagine these are all going to be Target exclusives. It makes sense if they're all going to drop at 9 a.m. Eastern like the Hot Rod did this week. So, and which kind of leads us to probably what's dropping this week. It's probably this these images, these official images of this MTE Hound. So if you guys recognize this mold, this is the detritus mold, which was the Hound. But then they put this Hound in a 5-pack, and it was with a bunch of other Toon Deco repaints of figures that we got. And I think all were Earthrise. What was Wheeljack, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, Hound was the 4th one. Which one was the 5th one? I don't remember. I never got that 5-pack because I was out of Hasbro at the time. So if you guys remember, comment, remind me. But here's more images of the Hound. I mean, it's basically the Hound mold. I mean, if you have the Siege one, you kind of know where you're getting with this. Or if you have Detritus, you definitely know where you're getting with this. And then here is some of the the packaging. I'm trying to think if my kid has this one. I'm not sure. But on to more leaks. So this, I think, I can't remember where I found this, but it was all over. Once it hit, it was everywhere. So this is the Decepticons Monstructor Age of the Primes. So this is, it looks like it's a heavy retool of the Volcanicus core bots. So don't know if it's legit or not, but this was all over last week. See, next up, Takara announced on January 14th they are doing a live shopping stream confirmed. So this is showing a bunch of the T-Spark stuff. So last week we got all those teases of the stuff for Missing Link, Age of the Primes, and the Masterpiece movie series next. And so kind of a little bit of housekeeping from last week. They did show these after I already recorded news and review. And so this was like, so last week we saw the teaser images of the shadows of them. So then the next day they showed these color versions of the Thundercracker, and here is Sideswipe and like movie deco, and then they're doing a red G1 version. So they're taking the same mold, not really changing the head at all, but it's like in G1 colors, what Sideswipe G1 colors are. And for some reason I have this Thundercracker on here twice, and then we have color images of the Age of the Prime stuff. This is stuff we've already seen. And then more of the Transformers timeline stuff that like Japanese, Feudal Japan, Optimus Prime, and Starscream. And then we got a reveal of what color that Lio Convoy is going to be. And there's more to it when we get further on the slideshow. And then we got color images of the Missing Link Grimlock, which is really cool because he's got deca or molding instead of stickers, which is really cool. And then last but not least, we kind of got a better look at that hot rod, and it says it's Style Gen, but looks a hell of a lot like the Studio Series / Kingdom. We'll kind of get more into that when we get to the additional info slides we got. So Takara sent out more info, showed that these are dropping on 114, so that kind of alludes to their live stream. So we're going to see this stuff on their live stream. So here's a few more images, but we've already seen these at was it New York Comic Con is when we were first introduced to these. And then here is a better look at the Sideswipe in alt mode, and we're not as close up, and they actually look a little bit better because we're not close up to them, but it's still weird. I wish they would have made the red version look more like some blacks and whites to his face to look more like G1 if that's what they're going for, you know. And then here's the Lio Convoy, and the coolest surprise. If you look in the bottom corner, this sucker glows in the dark. Now this is based off the Legacy Lio Convoy and the Dakara upgrade, where they did the lion head instead of looking like a dead lion. It's more like the anime. So, and I guess they upgraded the main to where it can do the spinning feature, like it did in the anime as well. So, I might have to put a pre-order down for this one. I don't collect a whole lot of mainline stuff, and this is called their Transformers New Legends, which I think I mentioned the theory last week. I think this is taking over their Dramatic Capture series line, and they're going to be doing like a premium finish, premium paint to these. Next up here is the a good look at the Missing Link Grimlock, and I think this might be my first Missing Link. Like it looks really good. So yeah, but on the things that aren't looking that good, I have a lot of fears about this style gen. Because if everybody remembers, earlier in the year, I think late summer, early fall, Takara announced the MPG. I forget the number, probably 19. I don't know if we've had anything since. A style gen Optimus Prime, and is what style gen is like an amalgamation of all the different styles put into one toy. And you can see that with the Optimus Prime. I mean, he had like the weapon from the Siege. He looked animated. He looked toy. He looked like from a lot of different versions of Optimus Prime. This hot rod looks like the Studio Series hot rod, maybe with a little bit of the Kingdom hot rod. Like I don't see style gen on this. I mean, I know there's minor differences, but my goodness, like, and that Optimus Prime is $200, and it just if that's what they're going to charge for this, I cannot recommend that. But we'll find out the price on the 14th. So that is in a couple days. So next up, speaking of, so what was the catalyst for why Nate Perswell mentioned talking about the hot rod? I probably should have, had that slide after this. But out of nowhere, there was a drop on Hasbro Pulse and Target's website of a MTE More Than Meets the Eye collection Autobot hot rod. And we've seen leaks of this for weeks now. And this is pretty much the same Studio Series 86 hot rod that came out, 5 years ago? But there's some different paints, different like pinks, magentas. He gets a fishing pole, his shield, and not lightsaber. So this went up for pre-order on Tuesday. So this is the whole Transformers Tuesday thing. Now, like I said, I am not into mainline stuff anymore, but this I put a pre-order down on this for two reasons. One, this was a great mold. And like it was well worth the Voyager price that this was sold at. And is what the other reason why is they're selling this at the Voyager price when it originally came out. $34.99. This was the Pulse price and the same price that was on Target. Surprised the shit out of me because Voyagers are like $43, $44 now. So pleasantly surprised. I put a pre-order down on this and it sold out quick on Target as well. But I would say fear not, because typically these sell out and Target will get stock once they are in hand, or people will cancel pre-orders. It happens all the time with anything Target related or even anything on Pulse. You just have to pay attention when people are starting to when they're starting to ship these, because most likely they will go back in stock. And I've seen all this other More Than Meets the Eye stuff at Target, so I think this won't be that difficult to come by. Next up, in-hand images of the Devastation Bumblebee. And now we haven't seen any U.S. solicitations on this yet. This is all been from Takara. So I'm kind of curious. This might, if I had to guess, but there is packaging of this. If I had to guess, this might be something that goes up for pre-order this week. Might be wrong, but because Nate mentioned this was all More Than Meets the Eye stuff, and when we get to the box, this is not More Than Meets the Eye, at least not on the box. But it could be the Takara box. The Takara box might not have that More Than Meets the Eye stuff on it, and that's what we'll see in the States. But there's a little bit of comparison next to the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. And then we have comparisons against all the studio. That was Devastation. So yeah, that was the Studio Series Devastation Optimus Prime. And then the More Than Meets the Eye Sideswipe, I know for sure. Was that Wheeljack in the More Than Meets the Eye? Yeah. So yeah. And then here is Bumblebee Jesus. Kind of. He's being hung up. Little strange looking. But as you can see, the packaging shows Studio Series, but it has the import sticker on the back. But it still might just be a regular mainline Studio Series for us in the States. But yeah. Next up, this is from I'm blanking on his name. The reviewer, Prime versus Prime. Posted these. Well, I don't know if he posted them or TFW ripped it from his video, but there was photos on the TFW 2005 forums of the deluxe wheelie. Now, this is the wheelie that... Did we get anything official on this, or did it just leak straight up? I can't remember. I think it leaked. But this is the retro packaging wheelie. This will be a Walmart exclusive. Like I said, I don't think pre-orders went up. I need to step my game up. If I'm doing news and review videos, I need to be better on my news, right? But anyway, so here's a look at them in car mode. And yeah, I think this is like just dropped out of nowhere. Like it didn't, no pre-orders went up for it. It's just info when it dropped. But next up, we will move to Aldley Transformers. So this is the Alpha Action Mega, or AAM Optimus Prime. This is like a Studio Ox, which is like its own like specific design. And this is a little bit different than the other Aldley stuff. This one's 35 centimeters tall, which I'm horrible at conversion and probably should have wrote that down. But I mean, it's a sizable figure compared to their normal stuff. And then here's kind of like a breakdown of the inside. You can see the innards. There was a lot of promo images of this drop this week. Fully articulated fingers from what it looks like. Articulation on his jetpack on his back. Really good knee bend. It kind of does that thing like what Gundams do, where the thigh like shifts and bend. And then here's some more images. They are doing a clear variant as well. I don't know if it's like a variant that you can buy, or if it's because a lot of they're not blind boxes, but they kind of are, because you can buy them by the case and get everything in it. But they do have variants. And then this was ripped from their video. They showed it lights up. His eyes light up. His matrix lights up. And then you can kind of see more of him in mid-bend. And then I think this is some images of the clear variant. And wouldn't it be funny? They're doing a gold variant. So I will have to say one thing about this. I wish I could link the video to this, but I found a video. I think it was Mr. EJ on Weeboo. He had the figure in hand, and it is real wobbly. And I think part of that is because he was bending the knees, and like it really has strong ratchets. But I think the ratchets, the teeth are too spread apart and gives a lot of give. and those legs were just really wobbly. So I would wait till more people have this in hand and have reviews of it before I would say go out and get one of these AAM Optimus Primes. So let's see. Next up from Killer Body. This is is this Dark of the Moon? No, not Dark of the Moon. It's Revenge of the Fallen wheelie. Now this is like a 6-inch, so it's not really in scale. This is more just, so you can have like a 6-inch wheelie. It has light up features, non-transforming, and it's just an action figure. A bunch of points of articulation, and then here you can see the height. Like I said, it's 160 millimeters, which I think is 6 inches. I actually looked this one up and remember it. Next up, take this with a grain of salt, but this is some leaks. Now, this guy did a leak list before, and I think it was like 50% right. But this is what is this one? I can't remember. Is this the Defender? Yeah, it's the Defender version 7. So supposedly, but like I said, so it's going to have Nemesis Prime and Blaster are the chase, and then it's going to have robot versions of Motormaster, Smokescreen, Ratchet, Long Haul, and then we're getting robot versions of Springer, Blur, tape cassette of Soundwave, and then Dino versions of Swoop, Slug, and Sludge. And then is what it looks like. We're getting a Volcanicus kit. And I think people have confirmed that you can kind of rearrange parts on the Dinobots that have released, and looks like we've been building towards a Volcanicus. So interesting. But like I said, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm pretty sure this guy wasn't 100% accurate on the last leaks that he provided. Some were accurate, but I think he didn't have the Beast Wars characters correct. Next up, if you guys don't have them in hand, you will soon. Amazon got a bunch of stuff in stock last week. All of this Age of the Prime stuff. I didn't even share them all, but Brawl and Blast Off for sure. The rest of the deluxe wave was shipping. Pulse was shipping these. So who else was in that? Amalgamus Prime. I think people were getting Studio Series 86 Soundwave. So, I mean, you were getting hit this week with a bunch of pre-orders. Also, the Optimus Prime He-Man crossover showed up at Target along with the Starscream Scareglow. I bet everybody was like, yay, more of my Motu crossovers with Transformers. All right, next up, we are moving on to third-party news. And to start it off, DNA Designs. It seems like this is a reoccurring theme. Every week, DNA Designs has some new cool products. And is what they are doing now, this is their DNA Design DK69R, the Fort Max sword kit. But as what's kind of cool, what they're doing with this kit is not only do you have the big-ass sword that you can use for Fort Max, it can come apart, and then you can give all of your Prime from the Age of the Primes weapons. And then also the big ass hammer for Ultra Magnus. And then there's then you have the swords for Fire Convoy? Godfire Convoy? Gosh, did I mess that up? Or Omega Prime. And then you got the sword for Fort Max. So looking good. But we have more from DNA Designs. This is their upgrade kit, the DK77 for Super Ion or Superion. Get a good amount of stuff. You got you got toes, you got covers for the shins, hands with articulated fingers, a big chest, a head sculpt with, you can either do the regular humanoid face or the mask. And then here's comparisons from the original to the upgrade. Adding a little bit of height to this guy, which probably is making him the right height, in my opinion. Because I just think these guys need to be a little bit taller. And then, yeah, you got an add-on bit for his blaster. And let's see, what else? Here's some more images. Yeah, and there's the different heads. And then here's the last bit of images. And you kind of see, or no, you can kind of see how you can do different, I think you can do different toes, right? You can do those pointing toes, which almost look like the Combiner War toes, or you can do the flat toes. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Like, I guess that's if you want to spin them around. Okay, so those are the heels, my bad. But it looks like the Combiner Wars, like the feet hands that the Combiner Wars had. And it's kind of silly. You can use the little shin, like chest pieces as shields. I mean, it's cool for a double purpose, but nah. And then here's what the stuff looks like stored on Silverbolt. It looks kind of silly, but I think if I had the Superion, I probably would go for that. Let's see. Next up, we have. You know what? My Dr. Wu thing's gone, but we got stuff from Dr. Wu. First up, here is the Sideswipe from Dr. Wu. And Sideswipe is paired with Ransack. So these are final production images. There's a lot of stuff from Dr. Wu. Be prepared. See, next up, they dropped images of their Battle Trap, their Dualicon. And then here's some more images of robot mode. Look, this is looking really good. And not only did they do that, they did a Night Patrol Battle Trap. And here's some more images of robot mode. Let's see. Next up, here is Red Alert with Barrage, another deluxe Insecticon. And then we have Tiger Tracks and Chop Shop. So that almost completes all the deluxe Insecticons. Also, Dr. Wu showed off package images of the different Scorponok variants. You have the regular Scorponok, the Black Xeric, and then the Shattered Glass Scorponok. If you thought we were done with Dr. Wu, we are not done. So just here was some images of the Datsuns versus the Insecticons, and then you can kind of see the guns they get with them. And then, like we mentioned last week, Dr. Wu's weapons typically clipped on. Now we actually have fists where these can grip and peg into. So looking forward to seeing more stuff on that. And then here are the Lambos versus the Deluxe Decepticons. So yeah, only one we're missing is Venom. I don't think they've revealed that one yet. So I don't know who they might be pairing that with. But there's more Dr. Wu, folks. And now more Micromasters. So this is Sidetrack and Big Shot. So this is I think this is the last two of 4 of the members for the what was it, like the combat team? I forget the actual name of them, but I am in on these Micromasters. 100%. I will be getting the Dr. Wu Micromasters. I already have the first set on pre-order, and I will pre-order these as soon as they're available on Show Z. Let's see. Next up, more Dr. Wu, and this is their Metroplex, but this is a more, I think, toy deco head. it's an upgrade. There's a change because they've already done. I think they've already done Metroplex, and this has a different head. So next up we have Fans Hobby. You know, I might have been wrong last week about the Fans Hobby that was showed. That might have just been white repaint. This is their Chosen Prime holiday exclusive, the Fans Hobby MB117B Gigazeric. And this is a repaint of the Armada Megatron. So here's some images of it in tank mode, and then he comes with his Minicon. I'm really digging the blacks and the purplish blues and the reds, especially like in robot mode. The red on this guy pops. Next up, we have more from Fans Hobby. This is their Armada Ultra Magnus, which is a repaint of the God, I can't remember its name. I am not the best at Armada, but yeah, so here's how he looks. Next up, something I haven't been anticipating. The upgrade kit to make your Masterpiece Scale Magic Square Bruticus more tune accurate. So we got that chest piece where it's like the blast off looking piece. The feet, which are, what were they? Hold on, I'm looking at mine. Oh, so they were gray. The feet were gray on the original release, but the back part of them was the color of the vehicle. Okay. And then the thighs were blue. And the chest was blue, and this chest and thighs are gray. Okay. Does the head look the same? The head looks the same. I don't see any differences in the head. That's funny. It's just right out there. But yeah, I am looking forward to this. Here it is, all combined up. I wish they would have threw something in to make Vortex stay on the peg better, because that was one of the troublesome things of that. I mean, other than that, I mean, this is damn near perfect combiner. But here's some more images of it in combined mode. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that chest piece and the feet. The extensions on the cannons, I don't care for as much. But yep. Next up, here is some final images of the Dreamstar Toys Mixmaster. And so this is a stylized version. We've seen a lot of this. They do a really good job of updating. But as you can see, here's the boxes. This thing is shipping soon to now. And that leaves, I think that just leaves Scavenger, right? Scavenger and Prow, because this is the one where you can swap Hook out with Prow. And speaking of Hook, Fans Toys dropped images of their Hook. Well, not images. They dropped a preview video, and this is shipping soon. This is coming soon. This is supposed to ship by the end of the month. Can't wait, because this is our third member of the Fans Toys Devastator. And this is my Devastator. I don't give a crap what he looks like in robot mode. I don't care what he looks like in alt mode. Like, that backpack doesn't bother me, because that is not the mode he will be in for me. The mode he will be in for me is not this mode. No. But here's some images of the crane. Crane looks good. This is the mode I will have him in. Devastator. And boy, does that thing look gorgeous. So it looks like they did a little mock-up. They have Scavenger on, and I don't think anybody's come with that chest piece, so that's a work in progress. And you kind of look at him from the back, from the side. I think he's going to be clean. He's going to be clean. Clean Devastator. And then here's some more images of all the different faces And you got options, folks. A lot of options. Even that like Crow Magnum looking like, oh, really good face sculpts. And they're doing the eyes and the visor. So really looking forward to completing this team. And I think only we had 2 come out last year, and I think only 3 come out this year. And then Bone Crusher is the one we don't know when Bone Crusher's coming out. So I hope they don't make us wait too long. But that is all for the Transformers news. So let's move on to our basic, well, not basic, like action figure stuff. First up from Hasbro. I don't talk much Star Wars because, I mean, I'm a fan of Star Wars, just not the toys. I don't collect a whole lot to any Star Wars side. Not anymore. I was in Black Series for a little bit, but so January 12th, which is a day after this drops, it'll be Monday. We have a fan stream, so it's a day late, folks. My bad. But yeah, that's coming up. Let's see. Next up from Hiya Toys. I tell you, no, it's not Hiya Toys. I forgot to change the slide. It's Mezco Toys. There's Hiya Toys stuff this week. This is so pre-orders drop for this. This is the Mezco Toys year 1 Batman. And I tell you what, whoever did the photography on this, flipping amazing. Some really good shots. And then here is a breakdown of all the accessories. Gets his own bat signal spotlight. And then I think he comes with an additional cape as well with the cowl attached. So yeah, that's it for Mezco Toys. And now, the actual slide of Hiya Toys. Images dropped of their exquisite super RoboCop, which I think is super. I know this has diecast in it or metal, so I don't know if that's how it gets the super. Because I thought their 112 was exquisite something else. I forget the name. But it has exquisite and everything. But this is RoboCop. And here's some more images. So I think this is going to be shipping soon because this was like I think a video where a lot of these images came from. Here's some more images. Yeah, because there's actual package stuff. So we have this package and everything that's on the inside. You've got battle damage plates that can swap and head swap. And then his thigh opens up where his sidearm comes out of. Next up, we have more from Hiya Toys. This is their exquisite mini G.I. Joe Roadblock. And this is their 1/16 or 4-inch line. And I don't know what it's with his face. And I've complained about this all the time with Hiya Toys. Man, they can make really good looking figures, except when they have human faces. Like there's just something wrong with, like, I don't know if it's because his brows are just facing down. He's like almost like he's looking down like, come get some, you know? I don't know. But here's kind of a breakdown of all the accessories he comes with. And yeah. So I don't think this comes out till 2027. Hiya Toys, and that's the other thing. They take their time to get their toys out. Next up, Storm Collectibles. This is the darling in the action figure world right now is this Storm Arena stuff. And yeah, they're good at making repaints. How many times have they repainted that Ken and Ryu body? God knows, I don't know how many times. Now they're doing the Sagat. And like a lot of these repaints, they're convention exclusives. So that means, one, if you're not at the convention, you're probably not going to get it unless you want to pay a premium. And this is at an Asian convention. I forget the name of it. So good luck getting this at a decent price point. Unless some place like BBTS or something like that has some, but good luck. Let's see. Next up, Hot Toys, and I don't do a whole lot of 1/6 stuff, but when they do something that catches my eye, I gotta show it off. And this is the Batman Arkham Origins Batman. Arkham Origins is getting a lot of love. Is it and Art's doing Arkham Origins as well, or is it LPZZ? I can't remember who. But here's some more images of the Batman. And very, very prominent chin on this Batman. I don't remember. I mean, I know the Batman in the Arkham games was always like a bulk, hulky looking guy, but and then here's a tease of Deathstroke. But there's kind of a good look at his chin. Like this Batman is all chin, like putting Leno to shame. And then here's all the gadgets. I mean, if you play the game, you use pretty much every one of these different gadgets in that game. And then here's some more accessories, or just some more looks of it at his armor and his face and his teeth. Hot Toys knows how to do teeth. I noticed that with that Red Hulk from Captain America New World Order. And then here's just another promo image showing everything. He's coming with these lightning effects too for, I forget what that weapon was. Was it like his gauntlets? Could trigger electricity. And next up, from not changing another slide, this is not Hot Toys, by the way. This is, these are in-hand images of the Play Club 1/12 Justice League, Snyderverse Justice League Batmobile model kit. Now, this is a model kit, but it's a functioning 1/12 Batmobile model kit where it has light up features. Like, I'd never even heard about this till it kind of, as I was scouring Weeboo for like Transformer stuff, I found this and I was like, oh, this looks nice. And look how like, and that's why I said it's fully functioning. So it opens up and you can put your Batman action figure in there. So you can kind of see how the cockpit, how he has the gun in the passenger seat, but you can also fit two people in there, as you can see in the middle. And then the console lights up, so really cool. So hopefully let's get to see more images of this. And next up, not more Hot Toys. I just screwed up on the slide. This is UP Figurines. This is LPZZ. So they've rebranded. And this is the Dark Knight's Metal 1/12. Or wait, yeah, Dark Knight's Metal, the Red Death. I am not familiar with this, but this looks like what, a cross between Flash and Batman, I'm assuming. Some version of it, but there's kind of a preview image of that. Also, Hot Toys. No, this is their Hush Batman, and it looks like, I wonder if there's like some accessories that they're hiding. That's what's under that question mark, but that's looking really good. And then last up, this is the Batman Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit. And I know this is like the Batman Beyond suit, but it really looks like the Arkham Knight suit, just with the red Batman logo to look like Batman Beyond. Need a little bit better look at the head, but they do an Arkham or a Red Hood. You might have me on that one. Let's see. Next up, Valaverse dropped some cool. Were they exclusives? I don't know if they were exclusives, but you can get them from their website. So I'm going to say not exclusives. So this is of their Praetorian Prior, and Wraith. So the Pyre is the one that glows in the dark, and then the Wraith is, I think it was a con exclusive where there was a clear variant of the white one. And now this is just a general release of the clear one, but done a little bit different. It's more of a smoky look to it. But here, look at the Pyre some more. Kind of a breakdown of its weapons. And now this is the Pyre is a glow in a dark version of, I forget which Praetorian it was, but it was the one that was an exclusive this year that had one of them had well, I guess it's not, because that one had flamethrowers. This one doesn't have flamethrowers, but it's very similar to the one that had either the flamethrowers or the miniguns. But yeah, so this one glows in the dark. And then, as I mentioned on the other one, the Praetorian Wraith 2.0 is a more smoky clear. Actually, I think that's an improvement, to be honest. But so there's two ways you can get this. You can get it with action points, where I think it's only $10 if you turn in the action points, or there's a no action points option. I think that's was it the $27.99 price point? I don't remember off the top of my head, but they also did where you could get a 3-pack and the weapons pack for 10% off if you get all three of these in the bundle deal, which is actually a really good bundle deal. So I don't know if that's still available as of this recording, but it was the day. And I know they sold a butt ton. I think he said he made a social media post and he sold 50% of the stock that they had. So that was a good first couple days. So next up, another thing I don't talk about much, but this is Mondo 1/6, and it just kind of caught my eye. I'm not like a huge. I'm not even a Thundercats. I love the theme song. I remember watching it as a kid. I had some of the toys as a kid. But I think this is based off the 2000 Thundercats. But this is Chitara, and I'm really digging like the effects, the running effects. And then here's some more images, a breakdown of all the pieces. But like I said, this is Mondo. This is 1/6. And I think there's two versions. There's a standard version, and then there's like the not exclusive. I forget what, like deluxe version. And that's where it comes with the bear dude that I can't remember the name of. And then her baby she had with Lion-O. Let's see. Last but not least, did I write it in? Fans Hobby. So this actually just popped up today. I think this was from Robot Kingdom. Like the Fans Hobby didn't even show this, but Fans Hobby's been teasing this for the last 2 weeks, and I think they talked about it even before that. A black variant of their VE03. So this is their not Awe Striker. Striker, and it's a black variant. I don't have the green one, and then that Fex Hobby is doing a red one. But I think this black one, I have to figure out a way to get this black one. But there's some details on the side, a lot of gauges, a lot of like cool play features to this. I need to get me one of these. I have the Air Eagle, the Skyhawk, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's cool. It's got adjustable seats, so if you put like a taller figure in there as opposed to a shorter one, you can kind of adjust it. But I'm digging it. I need to get me one of these. Like I said, I got the Fans Hobby Skyhawk, and they make quality stuff. I have their Transformers as well. I have not had a bad Fans Hobby toy, so highly recommend. Pre-order should be going up for this if they're not up by now. But that's it, folks. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, news and review, checking this out. If you came to watch the live, I appreciate it. Or if you're just watching this on replay, or I mean that's kind of how I designed this. I wanted to keep it short and simple. There was a lot of news, so it's about an hour in. Like I said, this is something I just want people to pop in and listen to, like maybe on their commute or something, or at work. But there is pictures, but I try to explain what I can throughout the show. But yeah, that's all for this week. A lot of stuff this week. It seems like New Year, holidays are over with. We were just getting a dump of new products. Comment in the video one of your favorites, some of your favorites that were on this week's reveals. And but yeah, that's all I got. Come check me out on all my socials at Talib1980_collects. If you want to get this daily, I am posting like as soon as I see this stuff or as soon as I can. I'm posting this on my TikTok, Instagram, my X, and Facebook. So check out those sites. Give me a follow if you haven't. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Share this video. It helps out a lot. And if you're watching this on your mobile, hit that hype button. I'm bad at that. I watch a lot of stuff on mobile, but I don't usually hit the hype button. But do it for me, please. And then don't forget to check out every Tuesday, Transformers Tuesday. A review goes up. I reviewed the Hasbro Studio Series 86 Bone Crusher. It was kind of refreshing going from Masterpiece to Hasbro thing. So, and then every Friday is Action Figure Friday. Those reviews go up at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And then you're watching this. This goes up at 1 or 1:30 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Let's see. And then Saturday nights is Men on Films, where me and the boys get together. We talk movies. If you haven't, go check out last week's show where we talked about guilty pleasures. And I thought that was going to be difficult to find guilty pleasures, but once you started writing them down, it started rolling. We did, and the other thing that was nice, we didn't have a lot of common ones. Where, the previous week, we kept stepping on each other's toes, but that, it makes it fun. And then also, I'm on the Figure Fight Club channel. Mondays, 10:15 p.m. Decepticast. Me and Anna talk Transformers news, topics. Sometimes we have guests. And then open mic nights on Tuesday, which I'm a part of. That's at 8 p.m. And then the VIP show on Figure Fight Club, which is at 9 p.m. And if I'm not working, I'm on those shows. But yeah, that's all I got. I like to say thanks. Take care. See you on the next one. Peace.